Hello, this is Alejandro Bratti and William Eiley from Unlock Clarity. And welcome to the Spanglish for Network on Single TV channel 250. Please remember to download both the Single TV app on the respective app stores on iOS and Android devices. While you download, make sure to rate and leave a comment. The app is free and is available in Google Chromecast, Amazon Fire, Roku, and all smart TVs. Today is a very interesting topic that something that is happening in our for these programs. We always prepare in advance with William to know what we're going to talk and how we're going to talk it, and we start to develop a lot of things in the process. So uh, I I I really think today is going to be amazing, William. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well too. Everything is I work in a lot of this stuff that we're going to be talking today in this weekend, so it was it was great.
Sweet.
So to start, we are talking about building trust and how to be trustworthy. That's part of the topic that we are talking today. And something that, if you see the title completely, is building trust, how to believe in yourself and work around the people that you love, so around you. So uh, everything starts with trust, and that's maybe the first part that we want to talk today. Trust is something fundamental if we want to improve our relationship with anybody around us, like our friends, our family, in everything around us. And when the trust is not exactly working, you will see that it's very difficult to develop really a relationship. It can be an acquaintance, it can be somebody that it's there, but if you don't trust, so really trying to go deep with the person starts to be very difficult.
Yeah. And we also have to go into that self-trust world as well, because it's like for someone like me who was programmed in my early 20s that I couldn't trust myself, that's been an interesting challenge over the last 3 decades. So yeah, and then I'm thinking it starts with, if I can't trust myself, how can I trust anyone else?
And something that we always like to like start to use the stories and where are we coming from, so we're going to go there. But something that I want to start to have in your mind is talking about like trust, like a sailing on a boat, guiding us towards our purpose and destiny. But really, the wind is going to be the trust that is going to help us to move, and we are going to be moving like those, like our timonel and everything, to really start to manifest everything that we want. But if we don't have trust, there is no air, and the boat is going to be staying in the same place all the time. So let's start to go with the life experience and everything that we have gone in this realm, William. So let's go with your story, and we are mixing between both.
Exactly. So, from my skewed perspective that I learned as a young adult, um, about not trusting myself, I didn't really learn how to trust others. Sometimes trust a little too much, and then things backfire. And, they were, I learned not to trust other people because, turn it on me, they were being mirrors of my inability to trust that they would even help me.
Mm.
So it kind of gets, um, what is it that if you've ever been in a hall of mirrors and you get the seeing both sides of it for infinity. It's gets to be about that much fun trying to figure out whose challenge is whose. And so over time, I would ask people for help. I would ask for this, that, and the other. At one point, I was actively working on a sci-fi book series. And so somebody at work, it's like, can you look this over, this short story, and tell me what you think? Can you feedback, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I'll get to it. 5 months later, they still hadn't gotten to it. And that happened multiple times. So, yeah. And then it just kind of went up from there in levels of importance. And so I learned not to believe that other people would be there for me for certain things. And, it's just over time. And what doesn't help is being male. We are in America, and I think in most other cultures, we are systematically taught that we're not allowed to ask for help until we've exhausted every possibility. And so, I just don't ask for help, because there's that point of I'm male, and so I don't ask for help instinctively. And then there's that whole thing of not believing that anyone will be there for me when I do ask for help. It's there's that phrase again. I don't like that phrase and I'm using it. I will try to stop. So then here's an aspect of things that are happening naturally. So Creator is putting people in my life, capable people in my life that have the skills I don't. And so what's nice is I don't actually have to learn everything now. Let's see here. I'm learning to ask for help in the areas that I don't have the skills in. And for once in my life, I actually can trust folks to be there for me. How amazing is that? Back to you, Alejandro.
So, something that what you are talking is very, very interesting, because sometimes we can connect really with what we are talking about. Trust and confidence is very similar. If you don't have the confidence in yourself and you are not trusting that you can do it, for example, you are going to start to look for different ideas and different things or different people, and understanding that you are not trustable or not trustworthy is going to stop you to asking for help. It's going to be very difficult to start to ask for help if I am feeling that I am not trustworthy. If I don't think that I am capable, or if I think that it's not enough, or something. So in my story, what happened is like, okay, I believe that I am trustworthy. I believe that but in my case, what I was looking was, I was always looking for new tools. So I started to develop different skills and different things, but I was always thinking that there is something else that is missing. So I want to get to this point, and there is like a million of things that are missing. Some of them I know them, some of them in the process I continue learning the new stuff that I am missing, and this is like a never ending program that you are always looking for more and always looking for more, and you forget, and I forgot really about really what you are talking is like, okay, I don't have to develop all the skills. I have to develop the skills where I am good at, and the others I can find people and look for people that can help me to become the version that I'm supposed to be and fulfill my purpose, for example. So I can have and I have it very clearly, what is the purpose and everything that I want to achieve and how I want to achieve it, and how it's going to interact that with the other areas in my life, with my family, with my friends, with my uh, everything that I have around me, my health, my spirituality. But if I continue feeling like there is something missing, and that's why I can't achieve it, I am not going to feel trustworthy, and I am not going to feel that I can make it happen, or I am going to feel that it's a dream and it's not a reality that can, or a dream that can become a reality. So when we believe that we are not trustworthy, we can ask for help. We can trust ourselves that we can do it. And how we are going to start to connect with the world around us if we are not really being trustworthy.
Yeah. I know a few people who've gotten caught in that certification trap. It's like, but I'm not enough. So they get another certification. But I'm not enough. So they get another certification.
And there is something important when we are talking about this is like understanding how to manifest what we want in our lives, and how to have those dreams come true. uh, Something is, we have to become understand how trustworthy we are, so we can sell it also our services, and we can sell everything that we are amazing, because we can see it in ourselves. Wow, if I am confident that I know that this is amazing and this is going to help the world, or it's going to help this area of people and this type of people, and it's going to help everything, suddenly you are going to start to open the eyes and even ask God, creator, the universe, and ask them like, okay, show me how that can happen. And you are going to start to see it as a reality. And everything starts with imagination. If you can't see it, nothing will happen. So if you are like, oh, but I am not trustworthy, it's not going to be. You can't create it. It's impossible. You can imagine it because you are thinking that it's not possible, and you have a limitation that is limiting your imagination.
Yeah. And then we go into that annoying headspace of we've already got everything we need.
Mm.
And then there's trusting the process for the manifestation part. And I say that headspace is annoying because I don't know how many times I heard people tell me, "Man, you're amazing. This is awesome." And there's that space in my head that says they're just lying.
Mm.
And so that's why I say it's kind of annoying, because when I finally looked at reality, I had to tell this other voice in my head, "No, you're the one that's lying. I'm actually that good, really." And this is something that a lot of us have challenges with, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, yeah. and
And
and and it's one thing that is important here is that we can be very trustworthy in one area of our lives and being very negative in other areas.
mhm,
So suddenly I know that if I ask you about like your yard and how to fix things in your house, you're going to tell me, yeah, that's, I don't even have to think if I am good at doing that. I know that I can do it.
yes,
But when I start to ask you about your abilities in other areas in your business, but yeah, I have these two little things asking and telling, and that's why talking about becoming, believing that I am trustworthy, and that's where everything starts to happen. What is your belief about yourself?
yes, absolutely.
How are you believing about yourself? And when you start to understand that, suddenly you can start to open the doors for everything. Why you are not questioning about everything about your house and your and the yard and how to fix those things, and I know that anything that can happen with my kids, I will figure it out how to fix it. I know. I don't have to. So you are so trustworthy there that you are manifesting everything. And it's like suddenly, like, okay, there is a doctor that is coming and telling me what to do, or there is a friend that is telling me exactly what to do, and I am manifesting very easily in those areas. But when it's talking about like business, and because you are not being trustworthy, really the manifestation in that area is more difficult. Oh, I don't know why I don't have more customers, more clients, because you don't believe you can help them.
Exactly. And sometimes, even when we do believe we can help them, we still don't believe we can help them. It's amazing. So, yeah, just the whole idea that we already are everything, that we already have everything that we need to just get started.
And at the end, this is like some type of program that we have in our head. So what we are doing today is helping you to see like, okay, open the eyes and start to see like, okay, this is what is happening in this area. You know what is the area in your life that is affecting you? What is the area that you need more trustworthy and become more trusting yourself and trusting the people that is around you and in the universe and in God in creation to help you to create the solution for that problem. So when you start to open the eyes for that, it's like, okay, that means that I have a programming that is limiting to really manifest that and start to open the eyes for that. What are you going to do? Maybe you need help. That is fine. You ask for help. I can see how to fix this problem in my life. Somebody can help me. Yes, I know Alejandro that he can help me, or I know William and he can help me. That's fine. Do it. That is part of the process. Or I need this, or I need all of this. So let's go for the action steps. We always love to give some action steps. So William, help us with some of the action steps.
So, for those of you who actually can do journaling and writing down of what's going on in your head and stuff, it's like just take an inventory, write down the areas in your life that you feel you need more trust, either in yourself or someone else, and just do an inventory, write it down about what's going on. And then, do you truly believe that you're trustworthy, that you can be trusted to do X, Y, and Z? And because that's going to flow over into how you see others in your life.
Mm, mm,
You know, and we also have to take into account there are some people who are not trustworthy. So, can we see clearly who is and isn't trustworthy in our lives? And well, if you come to the conclusion that nobody is trustworthy, I'm gonna recommend looking in a mirror and asking yourself why that actually is the case. It kind of gets interesting when nobody's trustworthy. Then I must be the challenge in the equation.
mm, mm. And that is very important because we really forget about that. But if we feel that nobody is trustworthy, we have to start always with ourselves. That means that we need to fix and start to see how we change that. There is something. We can do a lot of things alone. But if we do it together with more people, we're going to do bigger things. And that is always like that. So understanding that. And the third point, start by trusting in yourself. Find somebody who is worthy of your trust, and the universe is going to start to work for you. And that is exactly what we want to leave the message today. The important thing is the universe will work for you, and it's working for you in the area that you are feeling that it's okay, but maybe in the other areas that you start to be in one of those areas and start to make the trust happen. So this is the end of the program. It was so quick. So thank you, William, for the time today, and thank you everyone for listening to us today. This show can also be heard on the Spanglish Radio Network. Please check out spanglishworld.ca for all the news and programming. Spanglish World, watch it, hear it, read it, download it, and leave it. Thank you. Bye.